Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to get on here today into Holy Grails from each category. If I could only pick one from each category, what would I take? And I'm going to jump right into this, and I'm going to start with primers. I will tell y'all lately, I haven't been the best about primers, and I like a lot of them. But right now, today, if I'm picking one Holy Grail, it's the Smashbox Primer Water. I'm loving this. It just gives a really pretty, beautiful, healthy glow to my face before I get started. This was neck and neck with the Becca First Light, the purple one. If you have this one, that's kind of what this reminds me of. They both give a nice, healthy glow. If I was going to stay at the drugstore, though, I have one that I like just almost as much as this, and that is the Flower Perfecting Primer. And this adds a really nice glow, too, from the drugstore. But this is the Smashbox is the one I'm reaching for lately. I really love it. And you can use that as a finishing spray, too. And it's supposed to be real pretty. Oh, and also I have all these products on my face today. Okay, for eyeshadow primers, eyelid primers, y'all, I rarely use an eyelid primer, but when I do, I want to know that it's actually doing something, and these do. My Holy Grail is the CoverGirl Lid Lock because it's from the drugstore, and it actually makes a difference. It makes my eyeshadows go on better and stay on better. My eyeshadow will stay on all day. The Smashbox is just as good, and I can tell a big difference when I use this, but the Lid Lock works just as good in its drugstore, so the CoverGirl would be my Holy Grail. Okay, next, for a color corrector, the Charlotte Tilbury, I think this is called the Magic Away or the Magic Erase. This is magic. It takes dark circles better than anything I have ever used. Used it this morning. I don't know if it has light deflecting particles in it or what, but this covers beautifully. I also like the NYX color corrector in the pot and the MAC. I think these are Studio Skins. These are great too, but this one is a hair above them all. This really covers well. Okay, next for concealers, y'all, this was so easy. The Maybelline Superstay. This covers and lasts like nothing else I have ever tried. Now, I'll tell you, this little package is kind of chintzy, and the doe foot is kind of chintzy. It's small, it's not that impressive, and when I first put it on, I thought, I'm not going to like that. It just doesn't have that impressive of an application. And then it lasts and lasts. It doesn't fade. It lasts all day, hands down. I will tell you, I usually layer my concealers. I just like to do that. And if I could only pick one to layer, it would be the MAC Pro Longwear. This is great for layering and touch-ups. It's good for the initial. The only thing I don't like about it is it's in a little pump, so I put it on the back of my hand, and then with a little baby beauty blender or a mid-size, I apply it. So my top Holy Grail would be the Maybelline Superstay, and right behind it is this MAC Pro Longwear. Okay, next for a setting powder, the Huda and Sugar Cookie. This white one, I love it for under my eyes. And then I also love it for all over my face. It is great. Now, if you don't want something this white, it does come in other colors. But this has a little bit of a cover to it. I just got some on my computer. This has a little bit of a cover to it. It's kind of, yeah, it's got a little bit of a cover. So it's great to brighten under the eyes. But then I can't put it all over my face, and it doesn't make me too pasty, you know. It shears out real nice. And then for a finishing powder, I have not found anything yet that outdoes the Bye Bye Pores. This blurs beautifully. I love this, but it has hyaluronic acid in it, which dries me out. So there's a but. I can't use this, but if you can use hyaluronic acid, that is the best finishing powder I have ever tried. However, right behind that, I love the NYX HD powder. This is very much like the By Terry hyaluronic powder, but without the hyaluronic acid in it. It is beautiful. It's a very thin. It is very thin. This is very nice. It has a nice blurring effect. Okay, for highlighters, it was between two. One of them is the very, very upper end, and it's a Tom Ford, and the other one is the Essence in Pure Nude. And this is going to have to be my Holy Grail. It's going to have to be the Essence because these are so close, but the Essence is under $5. I'm going to put a little bit of this on one cheek and that on the other. They're both beautiful and smooth and just melt into the skin. Okay, and I like to use this Real Techniques brush, and I really get in there good. And then I go on the tops of my cheeks. That gives my cheeks just a little, gives my whole face a little bit of a lift. Okay, that's the Essence in Pure Nude. Just beautiful and smooth and just melts into the skin. And then the Tom Ford in Mood Light. You just don't have to be careful with this. I can really get in there good, and I can go into both of them. And that's the Tom Ford. They're both beautiful. The Tom Ford may be a little more glowy, but I love them both. The difference is negligible, but the price difference is huge. So I'm going to have to give it to the Essence in Pure Nude for the price, but these are both beautiful. If you just like luxury, the Tom Ford in Moonlight is beautiful. These are both gorgeous. Okay, next for a blush. Y'all, I didn't even really have to think about this today. It is the L'Oreal in Rosy Outlook. I love this. It's just, I have it on, and it just is like an earthy brightness. It's like a pinky red, a red pink. And it just brightens my face, and I just love it. If you're new here, I have a thing about L'Oreal blushes, and I think this has got to be my favorite. Okay, next, a bronzer. If I was just keeping one, the Anastasia Rosewood is just magic to me. It's supposed to be warm, but on me, it reads cooler. It's what I have on up here on my hairline, and I love it. So if I just had to pick one, it's probably the Anastasia Rosewood. Okay, next, foundations. I'm going to pick a skin finish and a matte finish. And the skin finish is the NARS Sheer Glow. This is a beautiful foundation that has a good medium to full cover, just a good skin finish, and it lasts all day long. So I love the NARS Sheer Glow. And then for a matte foundation right now, I'm surprising myself by not going with the Double Wear. But I am loving the Tarte Amazonian. I wear this in Fair Sand. It is a good full cover, stays matte all day. This is beautiful. On top of this primer water, or kind of a luminous primer, wears great all through the day. Just a real good full cover. I'm loving that. Okay, next, eyeshadows. And I'm going to go with a new palette. I don't even know if I have it in a video yet, but it's a Viseart, the Neutral 2. There's no fallout. Great pigment. They are worth the hype. And I love this one because I can go cool or warm with it. It's just perfect. It's got great transitions. It's got that pink in here, so I can go cooler for my pop of color, or it's got this kind of redder, orangier, earthier to go warm. And then I've got two really dark browns, or I've got this almost navy, like a dark royal blue. If I only had one palette, this would have to be it. The only hole is it doesn't have something white enough for my brow bone, but I can use a powder for that. So I am loving this Viseart Neutral 2. If you've wanted to try a Viseart, you really cannot go wrong with any of them that I've tried. If I did not have that, I would have picked the Anastasia Modern Renaissance. Still, this is a perfect palette to me. It never gets old. With those reds, they started a movement with this palette. I love the Anastasia Modern Renaissance. This, hands down, would have been my holy grail if I did not have this new Viseart. I love them both. Okay, next. I'm not going to pick a lip liner, but I'll tell y'all some of my favorites in case you're looking for one. I love Rimmel liners. Any Rimmel liner, I love those. I carry them in my purse. I have them at my desk. But some of mine that I'm real passionate about right now, the L'Oreal's, I always love them, and specifically in Ideal, it's like a pinky mauve-y color. Heard about this on Lisa D1 a long time ago, and I still love it. It's still probably That or the rose is my favorite Lancome liner. Where's the rose? Yeah, here's the rose. 06, the rose. They have 2 roses, but that's my favorite rose from Lancome. I love that. And then any of the Charlotte Tilburys. I am mad about these Charlotte Tilburys. And the one that I pick up more than any is Hot Gossip. It's that one. So, you know, those are the ones I'm picking up right now. I love them. And then my absolute holy grail lipstick is the MAC Bosom Friend. It's that one. It's a very light. I'm going to put a little more on for you. It's very light, so I use a dark lip liner, and then it gets all in there and makes it a little bit darker. But this would have to be my holy grail lipstick. And then my favorite gloss right now, my holy grail, would have to be this Lavender Cosmo. One of you girls told me about this, and it's a pinky lavender, and it's beautiful over the Bosom Friend. And if you've been with me a while, you may be wondering why I didn't have the Natasha Denona Smoky Rose as my holy grail anymore. It's been discontinued, or it would be. But this is the gloss. And I love that. And then last is mascara. And if you've been here, you already know it's the Essence Sculpted Volume, the purple. It lengthens, it thickens, and it stays on all day. And I've never had trouble with this smearing, but I do put it over the Essence Volume Booster Lash Primer. And these two together, under $10, and they are as good as anything upper end I've tried. Okay, for setting sprays, I would have to say the MAC Fix Plus. I picked this up more than anything else, and what I use this for is to spray it on a beauty blender and then bounce out my foundation with it. I just like that step. It takes a powder look down real nice, and it's got good ingredients that are nourishing. It would have been the Milani Make It Last, because this is great, and I think it works just as good as this, and it's less expensive. Alcohol is the second ingredient in this. I don't even know if this will get used up because alcohol is so high on the ingredient list. So, MAC Fix Plus, I use this daily. And those are all of my Holy Grail products that I am loving right now. Y'all let me know down below some things that y'all are loving right now so we can pick those up and love it with you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave comments and questions down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.